two Hall of Famers, one potential Hall of Famer in Amari Stoudemire, a two-time MVP, a Coach of the Year, and Hall of Famer in Mike D'Antoni, one of the greatest lockdown defenders of the time, and proclaimed Kobe stopper in Rajah Bell, Sean Marion, Joe Johnson, Leandro Barbosa. What could possibly be missing from a team like this? Well, as we'd find out years later, a lot. One thing I do know, this team was one of the most exciting teams to watch. Quick threes, a system that values volume shooting, dunking specialists in Amari Stoudemire and Sean Marion, one of those underdog teams that the world wanted to get behind. But for these reasons, they just couldn't get over the hump. This is one of those stories that leave you angry because the hero actually lost. The underdog stayed the underdog. Only those players, front office, coaching staff, and people close to this team know for sure why it didn't work. But we can speculate, right? Right. Stunt number one, timing. Timing is everything. And sadly, Phoenix and its players all had probably the worst timing in the history of basketball. The Suns came together around the 2003-2004 season when Steve Nash arrived. They went from winning 29 games the previous year to 62 in the next season and making it to the Western Conference Finals. Despite this improvement, they would lose to the LA Lakers in the playoffs and be eliminated. This would be a constant theme in the Suns era. The same two teams, along with contributions from the Mavericks and another Hall of Famer in Dirk Nowitzki, would constantly eliminate them and send them home with the same losing feeling every year. This was the era that saw three of the greatest players of all time in their primes: Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, and Dirk Nowitzki. No matter who you were in the West, you weren't beating the Spurs and Lakers in the same season in this era. From 2003 to 2011, the same three teams would continue to win and consistently lead the Suns and their fans disappointed. Tim Duncan was at his best during the early 2000s, along with Kobe Bryant, who seemed to hit a game winner a month. Most people just don't understand how hard it is to win. So many things has to go right. Timing is definitely one of them. Stunt number two, defense, or lack thereof. During the 2000 era, the Suns were playing a style of basketball that aimed to shoot the ball as fast as possible. Coach D'Antoni's coaching style was to get more shots than the other team. And at the time, he was the only coach with that style. Imagine him coaching the Golden State Warriors today. Anyway, back to it. The Suns had the most exciting and ready point guard to fit this role in Steve Nash. They also had the perfect big to play this role in Amari Stoudemire, a guy that was mobile and athletic enough to keep up with the high-flying pace. Add to that, defensive-minded two-guard Rajah Bell and athletic wings like Sean Marion and lightning-quick Leandro Barbosa, and you would think you'd have multiple chips, right? Wrong. They were missing the most important thing. Steve Nash was quoted by saying that the Suns really could have used a tall defensive center instead of having Amari play the 5 as an undersized center and Boris Diaw filling the role of the power forward. It was the only thing missing. The Suns' defense was ranked one of the last for the 2000s, and it makes sense. The Suns were never shy about the way they chose to play, and while it was fun and all, the style just wasn't ready to win. Defense wins championships, and that's one thing they lacked. Stunt number three, we do not need this right now. During the midst of the Suns' upswing, their second option and young, excited big man went down for the first time. In the 05-06 NBA preseason, knee cartilage damage was discovered and Stoudemire underwent microfracture surgery on October 18, 2005. Initially, the Suns thought he would return by mid-February, but his rehab took longer than expected. Stoudemire, however, scored 20 points in his return against the Trailblazers, but went scoreless his third game against the Nets. On March 28, it was announced that he would likely miss the rest of the regular season due to ongoing stiffness in both knees. He would return and from time to time play his best basketball in the next 4 years for the Suns. but it always seemed he was nicked up when the Suns needed him most. He was an all-star again in 2009-2010, his last in a Suns uniform. He averaged 23 points and 9 rebounds. But the injuries he suffered had already stunted the Suns and their superstar, who was getting older and slower while waiting for the Suns to finally get over the hump. They lost in the conference finals that season, and Amari Stoudemire was gone, signing with the Knicks. One thing I do want you guys to realize, all of these guys I grew up watching, so it's no hate. I actually want to see these guys succeed and make the Hall of Fame and do all the things we expected them to do. But hey, somebody's got to tell them when their growth was stunted, and that somebody has to be me. This team was one of the most exciting teams of the time, man. I wish everyone could have gotten a chance to see them play. Shout out to all of my subscribers, man. Y'all getting a chance to really see this channel grow. I'm trying something new. So if y'all keep liking the video, keep sharing the video, then I'll be putting out more. I release videos twice a week, mainly on Wednesdays and Sundays. Drop a comment below of who y'all want to see next, and I'll get that right out to you. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth. Let's get it.